Creativity. Creativity is a very misunderstood term. Many of us believe that creativity involves being a genius like Shakespeare, Leonardo da Vinci, and closer home, Tagore, Girish Karnad, A.R. Rahman, Sanjay Leela Bhansali, M.F. Hussain, or Malika Sarawai. But creativity is exhibited not just by artists but also by people who have excelled in their fields, such as Sachin Tendulkar, Steve Jobs, Vandana Luthra, Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, among others. A second thing about creativity is that it can range from small ideas that make our lives better, such as creating a new recipe or finding an innovative solution for a common problem. For example, if you don't have a hair clip and you tie your hair with a cloth clip, to a big breakthrough kind of thinking like the first iPhone. In the classroom, the students should be encouraged to think outside the box and express their ideas in unique and innovative ways. Introducing students to activities such as digital storytelling and multimedia writing can nurture creativity in our students. Writing blogs is an excellent activity to promote creativity through writing in the ESL classroom. Blogs push to creativity. Blogs are online journals that people keep to maintain a record of what they write. They are also social networking sites because they establish a connection between blogs, blog writers, and readers. Bloggers and readers can spend message or post comments on the blogger's page, making it a 2.0 social networking site. Bloggers can also embed podcasts or videos in their blogs, making them multimedia tools for teachers and students to use in their classes. There are microblogging sites such as Twitter and Koo, wherein people share their opinion about anything they feel strongly about without getting intimidated by others sharing the platform. These microblogging sites also have videos embedded or hyperlinked. However, teachers must be careful about the thread they ask their students to follow, like comments or retweet. The content and the language some followers use can be very abusive and violent, although it gets reported. In the hands of a good teacher, even microblogging sites can be used for various teaching learning purposes. Practicing teachers can think of various possibilities for using blogs or microblogs, such as creating a class blog or microblog, or encouraging students to have their blogs or microblogging accounts to upload their poems, stories, and articles or their own opinions to share with the world. They can even interact with the authors and others on the same thread through comments. Creating a public Twitter blog that may enable teachers and learners to post content for learners to read, listen, watch, and comment is yet another option. Currently, the internet is full of blogs, video blogging, on various themes and topics, which teachers can carefully evaluate and then use in a classroom. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat also have many short videos on various themes that can be used in the classroom for various purposes. For example, showing them vlogs about how some people abandon their pets and the impact it has on the abandoned animals would surely instill some compassion for animals into them. Blogs on travel would give them insights into various cultures. This also encourages learners to be more analytical in their thinking, as blogging is similar to simultaneous presenting and defending an argument. Speaking about writing blogs, WordPress, Blogger, Medium, and Quora are the most popular blog sites that people generally use. In a language learning situation, working with blogs help process writing as learners while working towards the final draft. Can retain all the rough drafts and measure their progress. This also helps the teacher chart the learner's progress by looking at the rough versions of the document. Similarly, reading other people's blog help learners understand other people's perspective, expose them to new words and expressions, and enrich their language and knowledge. Learners can also actively create information on the web through their blogs and develop a sense of ownership of the virtual space where they establish their work. The possibility of having many threads on the same blog makes it a useful teaching learning tool. Benefits of blogging: activities to personalize blogs and which are essential for blogging, such as deciding the blog layout, choice of images, videos, and links, use of interfaces, and customization options, etc., encourage creative thinking. Blogs, being digital in nature, allow students to express their thoughts and ideas not only through writing but complement or support their written ideas about multimedia resources such as pictures, posters, graphs, images, videos, sounds, hyperlinks, and other interactive elements. Writing in blogs is user friendly, with platforms like WordPress and Blogger offering intuitive and accessible interfaces that amplify the composing, editing, deleting, and posting processes. Blogs allow students to focus on their creativity and content without being hindered by manual or technical obstacles. Blogging helps students explore various topics of their interest, share their personal insights, and develop their unique voice and style. Blog posts can work like a portfolio and enable students to identify their progress and track their development. Assessing one's own portfolios can be a good self learning activity. Since blogs can be made accessible to others, students feel more responsible about their writing and ensure that it is error free and appeals to a larger audience. The feedback comments bloggers receive from peers can help them develop as writers. In a nutshell, blogging fosters digital literacy, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration skills in addition to creativity, making it a versatile tool for learning in the ESL classroom. Digital storytelling. Like blogging, digital storytelling is another powerful creativity building exercise that allows students to create written text combined with multimedia elements such as images, audio, and video. Digital storytelling refers to using computer based tools to convey stories. This includes electronic memoirs, digital essays, digital documentaries, computer based narratives, interactive storytelling, etc. Digital stories, according to Daniel Meadows, a British photographer, author, and educator, are short, personal multimedia tales given from the heart. He argues that the beauty of this type of digital expression is that these stories can be created by anyone on any subject and shared worldwide electronically. Digital storytelling, or DST, allows computer users to become creative storytellers through the traditional process of selecting a topic, conducting research, writing a script, and developing an interesting storyline. This information is then merged with other multimedia such as computer based images, recorded audio, computer generated text, clips, and music, and made computer playable. Integrating visual images with the written text both enhances and accelerates comprehension, and digital storytelling is an especially good technology tool for collecting, creating, analyzing, and combining visual images with written text. Again, in the hands of an innovative teacher, digital storytelling facilitates the convergence of four student-centered learning strategies: student engagement, reflecting on deep learning, project-based learning, and effective integration of technology in the teaching process. The impetus for students to gain 21st century literary skills by using the latest technology for effective communication is facilitated by students actively participating in the creation process of digital storytelling. As they do so, students develop enhanced communication skills as they learn to research a topic, ask questions, organize their ideas, express opinions, and construct meaningful narratives. Digital storytelling in the classroom. Digital storytelling, or for that matter, any technology embedded classroom, needs to have a few underlying tenets that make the use of technology worthwhile in a classroom. The tenets: points of view of the author's perspective. The question that the digital storytelling involves around is answered at the end. Emotional question that affect the audience, helps them understand issues raised in the content and address them personally and effectively. Personalize the content through your voice in the program to help the audience understand the context. Background music or a soundtrack matching the story's essence. Ingenuity in presentation, keeping the economy of thought and words in view, keeping it short and simple without overloading the audience with information. Pace of how the story progresses, slow or fast as per the need of the content. After viewing examples of digital stories developed by their teachers or other story developers, students may be given projects. They must first investigate a topic, then choose a point of view, and choose a dramatic question as defined in the 7 elements of digital storytelling. Lessons based on DST are available on the net and can become a teacher reference point if they want to create their own digital stories, followed by a plan to use them in the classroom. Some of the apps that help convert still photos in digital storytelling are ACMI Generated, Bubbler, Capsules, Mac Belief Comics, etc. Tips to start integrating use of ICT. Examples of classroom methodology that integrate the use of digital tools are flipped classroom, blended learning, hybrid classes, etc. However, since these require thorough familiarity and systematic planning, you can start small by adopting instruction strategies that employ digital resources such as supplementing reading text in coursebook with related websites, gamification of learning using Kahoot or other tools, use of blogs such as digital portfolios, encouraging presentations using digital storytelling, etc. In the next section, we give you a checklist to keep in mind when using digital tools and resources in the classroom. Start small. Begin with 1 or 2 digital tools or websites and gradually integrate more as you and your students become comfortable with use of technology. When choosing tools, ensure accessibility. Choose tools that are accessible to all students, including those with disabilities or limited internet access. Acquire familiarity with the tools before you introduce it to your students. You need to be thoroughly familiar with the tool before you bring it to your classroom. Maintain balance and use digital resources to complement, support, and enhance classroom learning, not to replace teachers or just to catch students' attention. Once you create a digital task, don't expect your students to handle it themselves. Provide training to your students in using the digital tools effectively. Do not expect them to know everything about technology. Most students need to help with lessons on internet safely, how to use technology responsibly and safely. It is your duty to model effective use of tools, demonstrate how to use digital tools effectively, and provide multiple examples of their use. And to ensure effective use of the tool, monitor and evaluate students' use regularly. Join the conversation, respond, access students' responses, demonstrate model responses, guide, encourage collaboration, and adjust your tasks and teaching based on students' output and learning outcomes. Thank you very much.